Okay, we had a first technical issue of the stream, which is good. I didn't click the sound button. Hopefully you can hear it. Yes, there are two me. You've got like the back camera in on that side. That's that side. Yeah, my left and right. Not very good at that. Just thought I'd show a bit of behind the scenes rather than me always bringing it up straight on camera like this. I thought it's in the corner, it's there. And a bit of fun. We'll see, do something a bit different. Thank you all so much for being so eager and keen to start today. Freaking epic. You always get me all so excited because you're always there early, always chatting between each other, and I love that. I hope you're having a good week. It is Friday today, so I hope you've had a good week, and it's the weekend. And for us, that means open source code, but don't forget a bit of relaxation. Hopefully there's sound now. No sound working? Are we good on sound? Now working? Okay, good. Yeah, that was my bad. Hey, we have Cedric. Cedric, how you doing? Long time no see. Everyone, encourage Cedric to join me on a live stream. Cedric can teach me some React maybe, and we can do some live streams on that. I hope you're all doing well. So who have we got in the chat? Let me scroll right to the top. You've all been awesome. Been chatting for quite a while. We've got Rohan. Hi, how you doing? Collaboration first, code second. Love that. That's brilliant. Minal says they got a work meeting, might join a bit later. Completely understand. Hopefully you can join us. Polkit said hello as well. Eleanor is studying for AWS exam. Good luck in your exam. We all know you're going to own this. So we know you've got it all under control. Looking forward to hearing the good news very, very soon. Let's see what else. Who else have we got? Of course, we've got Alex. Alex is always here supporting. Alex, thank you so much. I hope your exams are going well, and looking forward to hearing lots of good news from that. Lots of people got exams on, but I know you're going to do super well. I know you got this all under control. And we've got Karuna. Karuna, how you doing? Yes, no radio Eddie today. I thought we'll keep it simple, go old school. But if people really want it, I'm sure we can kind of turn it on. So yes, but it's great just to see everyone chatting in the chat. Really makes me so happy. Vincent, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. All the way, must be late where you are, like 1 a.m. maybe. And we have Cushy. Thanks, Cushy. I'm glad you like my setup. Yeah, it's going to change next time. Actually, from next week, not this coming week. So the week after. So in 7 days plus, you will see. So next Friday, the Friday after. So in 2 weeks, effectively, actually, you will see a different setup. I will be in a different country, and you'll see a different setup. So we will see. And I will vlog my journey for you of trying to get all my kit into a couple of suitcases in the back of the car. So that's going to be quite interesting. It should be quite fun. But awesome to have you here. Hope you're doing well, Cushy. And how's your content creation going on, Cushy? Let us know in the chat how your YouTube videos are going and what you plan to create soon. 2 me's, yes. Unfortunately, you have 2 of me's. I can remove that if that's kind of like, boring and not a great idea. Neon, how you doing? Awesome to be here. Yeah, thanks for the feedback with no sound. We now have sound. I think all is good. Let's have a look. Kewalia is here too. How you doing? You bet. React for the win. No. Cedric, we need to get you on the live stream, and we need to butt heads and work together and collaborate. It's not about one's better than the other, but maybe we could build something. I've got some ideas of some small projects. Maybe we could build that in like a 4-hour live stream or something. 2 hours. We'll aim for 2 hours, but we know it's going to be 4 because we'll both talk too much. But awesome to have you here. Alex has 1 exam left on Sunday. Sunday, that just seems crazy, but 1 left. That's good. Good luck. You'll do fine. Sean is here as well. How you doing, Sean? Let me all know what you're up to. So some people talking about exams. That's great. What are you all up to? What are you learning at the moment? What are your achievements? I know in our Discord we do have an achievements and so forth, but let us know what your achievements are at the moment and what you're working on, what you're learning. It's great to see what everyone's up to. And we're here today. I'm here for all of you today. I know some of you have already got some topics you want to discuss, some questions you want to ask. I've seen from the Discord, so we're going to talk about those. But also we are going to also talk about any other questions that come up now as well. I'm super excited to geek out with you all. I miss doing this twice a week. At the moment, it's just once a week. But I have some good news coming very, very soon. 99% of the way there, I'm going to be able to spend more time with you. So I've got some good news. Just in the last hurdle, get things signed off, and we can geek out so much more. Talking coding, talking Discord audio, video screen share, like live stream, so many things coming up the next few months are going to be super exciting. Just need to finalize a few last things with one of my clients. And the other thing I wanted to say is we are close to 20,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much for your amazing support. We're close to there. So we will do a live stream when we pass 20,000 with some giveaways. And I've got some ideas around that. Let me know in the chat what your ideas are and what you think we could do as well. Thinking something maybe chilled like this, or maybe some, I don't know, small challenges, or I don't know, quizzes or something a bit fun, and do some giveaways. Maybe EddieHub swag, kind of like the something like this potentially, and I don't know, maybe some GitHub shop stuff, definitely some stickers of EddieHub and GitHub stickers, definitely those. Maybe we can figure out something. Obviously, don't want to go too crazy, but 20,000 is a big milestone for me. I'm super excited, and you have all helped me to get there, so thank you so much. Okay, it's midnight for Vincent. Wow. Okay, Rohan, you're not late. You were first, and you weren't late, so don't worry. And Alex dropping money again. Thank you so much, Alex, for the super chat. On that note, just to say thank you to Alex, let me just share my screen, and let's drop Alex's GitHub link in the chat, so you can all go follow Alex on GitHub and see what awesome projects Alex is up to. So I'm following Alex. You can follow Alex too. 65 followers. Let's get that to 100. So let me drop that in the chat. And while you're all clicking on that and following Alex and looking at the awesome stuff Alex has been doing, I will catch up with the chat. So let me do that. I'll leave this up on the screen for you. Yukkash, hope I pronounced your name right. I pronounce it differently every time. I'm so sorry. Awesome to have you here. Thanks for joining. Here comes the super chat. I'm good, thank you. I'm even better that I'm here with all of you. You're all freaking awesome. What else have we got? Let me scroll down a bit more. Yes, and Kit, thank you so much for being here. Almost 20K. I think it's like 20 more, but I know sometimes it goes up and it goes down because some people unfollow and unsubscribe and so on. So I'll probably wait till I get like 50 above 20K before I celebrate, because I have heard YouTubers who celebrate, hey, I got to whatever it is, 10K, 20K, 100K, and then they go to do their live stream to celebrate, and by the time they do it, like 20 people have left and they're kind of under it. So I don't want to make that mistake. So I'll wait till I go like 50 above it, just in case. Oh, you're up for that. Cedric's up for that. Cedric, I do have some ideas for some projects, and there'll be an API for us to call data. So they're fairly straightforward. But they're straightforward if you know how. And with your experience in just web dev and in React, I think it'd be straightforward. And for me, it'll be really hard, but it'll be good fun. We can all learn together. Maybe we could do that. I've got some mock-ups already that I can show you Let me quickly share it on my screen. If I go to the EddieHub organization, we do have a UI repo that I want to revive. Now the API is going to get deployed this week. So I'm doing a live stream on Sid's channel on Tuesday. I will share the details in Discord, and we're going to deploy the API to our Kubernetes cluster. But on that note, once we do that, then after that, we can get the map rebooted, and we'll have something like this where you probably can't see it here. But what this is these are like your profile images, and what we'll have is we'll have the map zoom in to the people on the live stream in Discord, and then zoom out after like 5 seconds until the next person kind of comes on. And down the left, we can have a bit of bio or info about the user. And then down the right, maybe the events happening from GitHub or Discord and stuff, as people, create open source tickets and all that sort of stuff. So that's my idea. So Cedric, maybe we could just rebuild that one page. The API will already be there to support it. But let me know what you think. I'm sure the community has loads more other ideas. I want to do like a members directory for EddieHub, people looking for work, people looking to go to hackathons, maybe looking for people to collaborate with and geek out, and maybe share some of their projects and so forth. So that's another kind of, I suppose, maybe another page to this app that can be done before or after. I like the map idea. I think that's just like in real time, really active, interactive. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, so what have I missed in the chat? Yeah, exams on Sunday are quite scary. Hey Tom, how you doing? Thank you all so much, Tom, for all your awesome work in the community. Tom is helping so many people with their pull requests in so many of our open source projects, which is awesome. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. Videos are going good. Eddie, help me figure out what stuff to be consistent with. Cushy, so when? Give us a date, Cushy. When is your video coming out? Let us know. We're looking forward to your next video. It's the weekend. Sunday, I think you should get it out Monday. We'll give you the whole weekend. The whole weekend to work on it. But Monday, we all wanna see it. Everyone, by the way, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. I think there's more viewers than there are thumbs up. It's free, and it really helps support the channel, so thank you very much. Let's have a look. I'm going to start backend next week. Good luck, Koalia. You'll be awesome. What tech are you using for backend? Are you going to use Node? Let us know. What else do we have? Let's have a look. I would like to have one of the EddieHub stickers for my laptop. Rohan, I'm sure we can sort that out, definitely. You will always win. If we don't, I'm sure we can kind of sneak it in. But we'll do some fun questions. Maybe I can get people in the community to come up with like a question like each, and then we have like 10 questions or something. I don't know. We'll think of something. I'm sure you've all got some suggestions in the chat. Let's have a look. Shopper asks, "Hi Eddie, is it okay to leave my first junior job after 8 to 9?" Let me bring that up on the screen, right? So we can all see what I'm talking about. Let's have a look. Let's bring this up on the screen. Is it okay to leave my first junior job 8 to 9 months? I've not been learning much. There's not enough work. And I don't have a mentor to ask for help 99% of the time. Well, yes and no. So I want to correct you on the mentor part first. I want to jump to the end of your question first. I'm behind your question. I'm just here. Okay. I still haven't fixed that. Why haven't I fixed that? I should put it to the right and it can cover the back camera. Anyway, don't worry about having a mentor, because everyone is your mentor. Everyone is my mentor. As I keep saying, everyone here in the chat is my mentor. I can learn from them, and hopefully they can learn from me as well. So chat to people in chat here, chat to other people in Discord. It doesn't matter where you're working or where you're not working, or if you're a student, learn from other people from all around the world. They all have different experiences and can help you out. And actually, the benefit of having multiple mentors is in everyone's being a mentor. One person might be good at one technology, another person might be good at another technology. Like if you want to go freelancing, for example, I know you don't because you're only kind of a year into your career, but say you want to go freelancing, you're not going to ask someone who's only ever been a permanent person. And the same goes for technology. If you wanted to learn React, you're not going to ask somebody who does Angular. And if you wanted to learn TypeScript, you're not going to ask somebody who does Ruby. So having multiple members is like multiple mentors is so important, because you can ask the right person, the person who has experience in it, and ideally multiple people as well who have experience in it. Yes, it doesn't look very good on your CV, on your resume, if you only have 8 to 9 months and you leave. If you can try and get 2 years, I feel that 2 years is the sweet spot. So I suppose if I was to give you a range, I'd love to hear what other people think in the chat, what you think is a sensible range. But I think between minimum 1.5 years. I know it might be hard, but try and stick it out for a bit longer. And if you don't have much work to do, then try learning while you're at work on other side projects or whatever it is. To 2.5, 3 years tops. I think 1.5 to 2. Yeah, 1.5 to 2.5 is the sweet spot, really, I think, for making the most out of a job. There are exceptions to the rule, but most of the time, for what I've seen over the years. And when I see some people who go, "Hey, I have 20 years in this one job," I'm like, "Oh, I'm a bit scared." So you definitely don't want to go to that extreme. I hope that helps. I love the banner. What banner? I need to update my banner, actually. I need to update this with my banner for the one that you did. And you and Koalia, I think, did it. Let's have a look. I think it's in the branding repo. Is that correct? Community. Yeah, I need to put this on my. I haven't done that yet. That's an animated GIF. So that's pretty cool. I might use that, but I think I might ask: is it possible to have it without the yellow border at the bottom? But I should really put that on my. Maybe make it like wider, so I can make it a bit smaller height-wise, but it still goes a bit more of the width. It might be okay. I might be able to make it work. I really love this. I need to use this to update it to here. And I need to remove these 2 animated GIFs underneath. I don't think they're as cool as I thought they would be. I think I need to remove them, taking up space. So yes, if someone can do that and update it, you get a green square. Let's have a look. Where did I get to? Captain Crab. Let me make 20 fake accounts to push to 20k. Thank you so much. But no, I don't want fake accounts. I want real accounts. I want people to realize the benefit of my YouTube channel and the benefit of EddieHub. I mean, the benefit of collaborating with all you awesome people is just epic. You're all amazing. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm busy learning React, which would be good to watch that. So Cedric, after this live stream, let's schedule something in. Let's schedule something in to do it. I think that'd be great, actually. Maybe we could do it in 3 weeks' time, because I'm traveling to Portugal next weekend and a few days into that week, and I've got a few conference talks I need to do. So maybe we could do that, in 3 weeks. We'll plan something, Cedric. That'd be awesome. It'd be very, very cool. And I think we've got people on board. So that sounds good. Yes, Cedric, reach out to me. Send me a DM in Discord. And it's not often that I say this. So do send me a DM. Or I think we're in Slack, wherever it makes sense. I'm trying to use Slack a lot less nowadays. But yes, do DM me so I don't forget. You know my memory's terrible. Prathamesh, awesome to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Cool. Let's do it on Monday. What we're doing on Monday? Oh, your video, Kushi. Yes, Monday. Everyone, you're all witness to Kushi is releasing a video on Monday. I'm super excited. Nick says, do we want Radio Eddie? Nick, I was being lazy. I didn't do it. But if people want to do it, we can do it. I can stick my headphones on. I can route the audio through. I just need to connect a little cable down here behind the iMac, and we can do that. If people want Radio Eddie, I'd love to hear people. Cedric, would you join Radio Eddie? And I think Kushi would as well. Get people on for a few minutes of time when we can hear from the community. Love hearing from all of you. It could be a question. It could be sharing something you've learned recently. It could be sharing an achievement. I'm here to start the conversation and to be with you and help in any way that I can. So let me know. I've got to catch up with the chat. I'm so far behind. Okay. Vincent, my day has been pretty good, actually. I was just saying at the beginning, I don't know if you've missed it, but I have some good news hopefully coming up. One bit of good news is we're approaching 20k. We're really close to that. 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you all for your support. But also some client sponsorship to allowing me to spend more time with all of you and working on our community projects, which I'm super excited about because I want to revive our map. I want to reboot it, restart it, and some of our other projects, and get rid of all that Firebase stuff and so on. So Carl has done some amazing work on the API to get that over to DataStax' Astra, and then talking with them about more work. But all the more work I'm doing with them is actually to spend more time with you, which is unbelievable. So I can't wait to share that great news with you, hopefully next week. Just waiting for the sign on the dotted line, the confirmation email, but all is looking really promising. And and then I'm going to have loads of questions for all of you because I want to know how I can help you all more. So I know that we've had some great suggestions. I should bring up that discussion, actually. If I go to the support repo, we can get some feedback from people, not necessarily right now, but people can go think about it. We should probably pin this to the top. So Eddie's YouTube Shorts, I think we could remove from the top. But the ambassador program, I think people have... So I'm going to share this in the chat. This is basically it. Vincent started this conversation about maybe having folks in our community go out and speak at events, and EddieHub could maybe support and help them in a certain way. I haven't read all of this yet, but I love the idea. It's a way for people to be proud to be part of EddieHub, and maybe I can help them go through some of their talks. I could maybe also, they could practice their talk. I could record it. I could get my video editor to edit it. Therefore, you've got a talk that you could share if you're going for a job or applying for a talk. But at the same time, when you go talk at these events, you're talking on behalf of EddieHub. I think it could be a real two-way street where we could kind of help each other. I think that's really good. But there's like 39 replies. I mean, there's some really great ideas and suggestions. I'd love to hear from more people. Like I said, I haven't gone through it yet, but I will go through it. And I think there's something we can do. This will take months to set up. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think there is some great legs there, and I think it could really help everyone in the community as well. So I love this. Okay, what have I missed in the chat? Wow, quite a lot. But yeah, Vincent, answer your question. All is going good. Thank you so much. I'm super looking forward to the weekend. I'm back to click a picture of Eddie in the dark. I don't get that. I must have missed some of the conversation. You're going to use Node.js for the backend. Awesome. Have a look at TypeScript. TypeScript, freaking epic. Ask Nick, what do you think of TypeScript? Okay, cool. Satvik's here. How you doing? Awesome. Munak is here as well. Great to see. Some people I haven't seen in a while, so awesome to have you here. Thank you so much. You could use the GIF crop online too. Oh, yeah, it's true. I could crop off the orange. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, not the orange, the yellow orange bar thing on the bottom. Like that idea. Oh, Alex's banner. What was Alex's banner? I forgot now. Let me have another look. Oh yeah, that's a very good banner. Don't look at Alex's banner. It looks better than mine. I got to fix mine. I'm going to improve it. Yes, there we go. Okay. Cool. Question. Karuna has a question. Let's bring this up on the screen. I am organized today, and Karuna has really well done by putting a Q in front. It means I don't miss it. So bring up the question. I will read it out. How to deal with the feeling that you're not progressing enough when you see people doing so much more who started at the same time. I can relate to this, Karuna. I really, really can. I feel I'm quite slow. I do, but I just accept that I'm slow, but I accept that I'm moving forward. I think that's the important thing. As long as you're moving forward. I see YouTubers, for example, who started the same time as me, and they've got 10 times, 20 times more followers than me, more subscribers than me on YouTube. But I don't let that affect me because I'm not in a race against them. I'm in a race against myself. So as long as I look back to yesterday, and by yesterday I mean like last week or last month, as long as I feel that I've improved and I've learned and I've grown or I've helped someone, then I'm really happy. So for me, if people are looking at, say, followers or subscribers or stars on the project, as long as it's improved since a month ago, that's the most important. And in terms of our skills, I mean, I would love to learn more about Nest.js. I see Carl doing so many awesome things. I still need to learn more about it. But as long as I'm learning more than I knew last week, that's the important part. So don't compare yourself to others. I cannot emphasize that enough because I've seen people do this a lot. And those people, unfortunately, when they compare themselves to others, they try to cut corners and it ends up hurting themselves in the long run massively. They might get a few kind of quick wins, but it really hurts themselves in the long run. So I don't compare yourself to others. It's good to look at others and think, oh, I'd like to be like that, or they've done that and that worked quite well. I might do something similar. It might not have the same effect for you, for example, as it did for them. There were just so many variables. It's very hard to quantify. So I think this is a great question. I think it's a really good discussion topic to have with everybody, because I think we all naturally, as humans, do kind of compare ourselves. You know, we have an expression in the UK which says keeping up with the Joneses, and what that means is, well, you know, you're in your house, you're looking, or your flat or whatever, looking out the window and you think, oh, they've got a nice new car. I need to work harder because I need to get a new car that's better than their car. And it's like keeping up with the Joneses, where you're trying to kind of keep. I know I'm not talking about tech now, but I'm just using this as an example. People are just trying to do things to keep up appearances, but they might be going into debt to get that new car or to have that fancy holiday, and it's not the best decision for them. So I think do what's best for you, and as long as you're moving forward, and I know you are, you're always studying, you're always working hard, you're always collaborating with the community, you're always growing your network. So many people look up to you, Karuna. So I know that you're doing super well, and I just think just keep doing what you're doing. Just remember me when you're rich and famous. That's all I ask. So I know you're going to be super awesome. I actually gave you a shout out on Twitter Space this week. I was saying, look at Karuna, the usual story, because I think it's a great story. And I should pick out some other community members to talk about their stories as well. But it was great to see, you know, how you went from not putting your mic on a Discord audio call to now doing talks and live streams. And on that note, Karuna, please share a link to the talk you're giving tomorrow. And I'm giving a talk at the event tomorrow as well. It's a great honor for me being able to give a talk at an event that Karuna is giving a talk at. And there's some other awesome people giving talks too. So yeah, that's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. BST. Yes, I actually need to finish off preparing my talk after this live stream. Okay, what have I missed in the chat? Let's have a look. Well, the chat's moving fast. Love it when you all talk to each other. Do answer each other's questions. Give your thoughts and your feedback and your opinion. It really, really helps. Definitely, you know, ties in and dovetails really well into what I was saying about everyone is your mentor. So do give your own experience and your thoughts and your opinion. And it's a great way to network as well, because you're going, oh, I recognize that person from last time. Let me kind of geek out with them a bit now, and in the future you might join a virtual hackathon with them. It doesn't matter where they are in the world. Okay, let me catch up. I'm not doing too bad in the chat, I think. Yeah, not too bad. Shopper says, thank you. Correct. I learned a lot by myself on the job, was able to debug issues which my senior couldn't. I'll try to stick around and hopefully my next move will be freelancing after watching you. I mean, I can't recommend freelancing enough. To give you a quick bit of background about me, really, really quick, I promise, because a lot of people here who have heard this 100 times before, I don't want them to fall asleep or leave the live stream and hurt my stats. So all of you hang around, literally like 20 seconds. I was going to say that I started off freelancing before I got my first job in coding. And that was really hard to learn by myself. And then I realized after, I think it was like a year or so, that I should get a job and I can learn with a team. And then I went into permanent employment for I think like 4 years. And then I went back to freelancing. So freelancing, I highly recommend, but working in a team where you can learn from each other is massively beneficial. So yes, definitely go freelancing one day, but you might want to get a second job, a third job afterwards to work with a team that can really help you accelerate faster. And obviously being part of the awesome EddieHub community and the amazing members, you will accelerate your career there. You will not only learn fast, and they will share great resources and help you out, but you can help other people, which is really important. One thing I always say is if someone is 1 month into their career, they can help someone who's only 1 day into their career. So there's always someone who's like a month behind you. And the reason for that is just seeing how they ask questions, you will get to learn how not to ask questions, and your questions will get better. And so therefore you'll get the answers quicker and better answers because you're asking better questions. There's just so many benefits. Nick, TypeScript, definitely. Cool. Martin, hey Martin, how you doing? Good to have you here. That clock, what clock? I didn't put a timer up. I can put a timer up if you want. Can send me a link to that GIF. Yes, it's on an open source project. Has someone shared it already, or am I going to hopefully beat them to it? It's in our branding repo. Anyone, you can join our organization as well on GitHub if you want to join us. It was one of these ones. I think it was this one. Yes, it was this one. Here we go. I'll send you a link. Cool. Okay. How are we doing? Need some more thumbs up. Everyone, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really helps support the channel. And I promise you, does not cost you anything and won't give you a green square, but I will think about giving you some green squares if you give the video a thumbs up. Akhishil, I've just shared that link in the chat. Thank you so much for suggesting to do that. It is a GitHub repo, so you can make a pull request, download the image, make a pull request, etc., and sort it out. If you need any help with that, let us know. I'm just trying to figure out, is your cam located in a small video stream? The camera is located there. I've just put it in the corner. We can move it around if you want. If you want to put it up or down. Hopefully it's not covering any text or anything important. I meant the pictures that you click on my laptop in the dark. Oh yes, those pictures of your laptop in the dark are freaking awesome. Do you take those photos like on a big camera or on your phone? I love those. They are brilliant. Really, really good. Please do another one on this live stream. I'll pull a face, take a picture in the dark and share it on socials, and I will definitely retweet it. Try and include something fun from the stream as well. But just pull a face, like, I don't know. What do I usually do? I usually put a thumbs up and I usually do a screaming face. So you can take a screenshot right now. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Okay. Those photos are great, by the way. Marcos, awesome to have you here. How are you doing? Where is everybody in the world, by the way? I remember some people, I always like to ask this question. What time zones are you in, or what locations? I love knowing where people are from in the world. It's just awesome because you have people from everywhere. Great question from Willie. Let me bring this up. Really good question. Let me see. Where is it? Nope, not that question. Let me bring it up. It was somewhere here. I don't know why. Bear with me. Great question. So the question is, I lost it again. Should Prisma, how do you pronounce it? I don't know. Be my default ORM for Node applications? I haven't used it in anger. I've had a look at it. Nest.js uses it as well, and it looks really, really impressive. I I think it's pretty good. I know Mongoose is another one if you're using, Mongo. But the great thing about Prisma is, I thought it was Prism. Is it Prisma or Prism? I'm not sure. But the great thing about that is you can plug in different ORMs. It's got lots of adapters. It's very, very cool. I think it is a good one to know. I am going to start playing with it more and more in the future. But now that I'm using DataStax' Astra more because their serverless database has got amazing free tier, that there isn't an adapter for it. So I might write one. I don't know, because you can communicate over REST, or I can go over Cassandra QL or GraphQL. So there's a few options. So I can maybe use ORMs for those specific communications. It's something I need to look into. So I'm not sure I can answer that. Karuna, how not to ask questions, no context, not being specific. Yeah, people don't understand that when they say, I asked a question, but I didn't get the answer, a good answer. It's like, well, you probably didn't ask a good question. Like when someone says, how do I build an app? It's like, well, mobile app, web app, front end, back end, technologies, full stack. Being as specific as possible is so important. I don't think people realize it until they get asked questions themselves and they go, but why didn't you include more information? Now I have to ask you about this. Now I have to ask you about that. And then it makes their questions to get so much better. And yeah, you learn so much. I love Q&A. I'm actually doing a talk in 3 weeks. I'm doing loads of talks every week, but there's one in 3 weeks. And what I loved when I said, how long is the duration? They said, well, you've got an hour slot, but we would like only 30 minutes of a talk and 30 minutes of Q&A. And I was like, yes, Q&A, I love it. I'd rather give a talk 15 minutes and 45 minutes of Q&A because we can dig deeper into where the audience want to dig deeper in. I can do like a light touch on everything and they can dig deeper and say, well, actually, let's go deeper into this section. Because I might pick a section to go deeper into and no one might be interested in that. So I love that. I'll be sharing these on Twitter very soon. Actually, I'm thinking of doing an events page on my website. So therefore I can put all up and coming events of where I'm talking so you could all join. Because I think it's a hackathon. Oh, that's another one. Actually, no, it's another one in 2 weeks. I'm going to be talking at a hackathon and I am going to be just dropping into a Zoom call on the hack weekend and just saying hi to people and saying hi to people and chatting to people. So maybe we get some EddieHub ambassadors to come and join me as well. Ooh, I need to have a think about that. Yes, maybe add it to that link, that ambassador link discussion started by Vincent, and there's been so many great discussions on there. Add what you think. If I went to a hackathon just to chat to some people, maybe mentor a bit, would people come along with me and give their thoughts and opinion? We could have like a geek out session for like a couple of hours or something. I don't know. Just some ideas around that. Who else have we got? Ashwin, awesome to have you here. How you doing? How's your week been? Willie says, I'm looking for a remote MERN stack role. Can you help with this? Yes and no. It really depends. I don't obviously want to be a recruiter, but if there are people I know who have good projects and I know there are good people who have that skills, I do try and join them together. I am careful because there are some really bad projects and I hear so many people working. Like Praveen is not in the chat today, but I did hear Praveen Nick tagged me. Are we doing Radio Eddie? Sorry, Nick. Should we do Radio Eddie? Should I put my headphones in? I missed the Discord. Let me put my headphones in, and if Nick wants to do Radio Eddie, then we can do it, and you all can come on audio as well if you want. So let me plug my headphones in. Sorry, Nick, I missed that. My apologies. I don't look at Discord when I do live streams. So I've got headphones in, and I will join. I'm going to join the Radio Eddie channel, audio channel, and then if you want to join on there and invite people up, let me know. Cool. Okay. And I think we have, is it Brian just joined our Discord as well? Okay, Brian from GitHub potentially. Okay, what was I saying? Hey, Nick's joined. Nick, how you doing? Nick's joined Radio Ready. Let's give Nick a moment to talk. Am I muted? I'm muted. Nick, how you doing?
Good. Okay, now I gotta mute the live stream.
Awesome, we got Radio Ready working. Thank you so much for reminding me. I kind of got carried away geeking out with the chat and I completely forgot.
It's okay, I was late myself, so.
No worries. So while Nick is giving you all a quick intro to what Radio Eddie is, I want to bring up Nick's GitHub profile and share it so you can all give Nick a follow.
All right, friends, how are we doing today? So it looks like we're using the Radio Eddie voice channel. So to join Radio Eddie, scroll down to the very bottom of the channel list, and at the bottom you will see a Radio Eddie waiting channel. And I'm going to turn that on right now. Pop into that waiting channel, and then I will bring you on to the Radio Eddie channel where you will be live with us here in the live stream.
Yes.
That's really it.
I'll bring up this level up sound effect, and yes, you can come and ask us questions and just chat with us for a few minutes, and we'll cycle a few people. Think of it like calling into a radio show. Call in for 3 minutes and you have a chat. You can ask me a question, you can share something that you're doing at the moment, which is cool, and we'll just geek out. Cool. Okay, I was answering a question. Oh yes, the Willie's question about looking for a MERN stack role. So I just heard some scary stories about people not getting paid and all the rest. So I don't want to be responsible for that. So only if I know the project or the people organizing the project are trustworthy, then I would connect them with trustworthy developers and so forth. So yes, it's not something I do a lot, but if I can help, obviously I want to, definitely. Okay, cool. And Nick, everyone, you might notice BeccaBot in our Discord. Nick has written that. So that is on, I think, is it on your profile, or do you have an organization for it? I think you have an organization for it.
I have an organization for it, yeah.
So you have an organization. Oh, but is it homepage, handbook, community? Is it there?
No, that's the community organization. BeccaBot is the Becca organization, which it looks like might not be public. Whoops.
So we'll let Nick sort that out, and I'll get back to the chat.
Put the link in chat.
Cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, Nick will drop the link to the code for the bot in the chat as well. Let's have a look. A thumbs down. We got a thumbs down. That's fine. It's still engagement, Karuna. I'm happy with a thumbs down. That's fine. So Sean asked a question: how does one get more involved in the community? I spend a lot of time watching the streams and reading the chats, but I find it difficult to get involved. So great question. Love that. And I'm going to bring that up on screen to show you that you're already getting involved in the community by asking a question. I think questions are just super important. So you can get involved in so many ways. First of all, do get involved in the discussion, and do get involved in other people's projects or our community projects. Again, anything you do will just help you grow your network, have your name get noticed more in the community, people to become more aware of you. So what I recommend is in the YouTube chat and Discord and Twitter and GitHub, have the same profile picture, the same username. So you're Sean on YouTube, hopefully you're Sean in our Discord, so people can tie the two together. So when you ask a great question here in the chat, when you chat to people in Discord, they can go, oh yeah, that was Sean from YouTube. In their mind, they can say that. They obviously won't say it out loud. Some people might. I ain't judging. I do talk to myself a lot as well. So, they can think, oh, that was Sean from the YouTube chat. Oh yeah, I'll just get involved in the conversation as well. So, whereas if some people have different names everywhere and different profile pictures, and you don't know that they're the same person, and then people can't, join the dots. If someone's asking for help, maybe you can help. You might not have to have the answer, but just helping them work through it. I see so many people in the community, great people in the community who are newer to tech, but they help other people because they do a bit of research and say, hey, I found this, maybe give this a try. Have you tried this yet? And I love seeing that collaboration. And I know those people are going to accelerate so fast because they've already got the right attitude and the right mindset. What are your thoughts on that, Nick? How can, since Sean's question was how to get involved in the community. They say they spend a lot of time watching streams and reading the chat, but find it difficult to get involved.
Join our Discord. That is absolutely step number one, our Discord. Even though we're a bunch of developers and have a GitHub organization, our Discord really is the central orbit of our community. That's where most of the activity takes place. We use our Discord server to coordinate our GitHub activity. We plan events. We have Kaiwalia does public speaking. We do community calls every month. It's oh, you're in the Discord. See, I following chat, attempting to follow chat here too. So say hi in the Discord. If I know that we have a few regulars who like to talk and talk and talk, myself included, but it's a very open and welcoming space, so you can absolutely pop in and say hello, and you don't have to worry about interrupting conversation, because 90% of the time, whatever I'm talking about is irrelevant anyway. So.
Not at all. Always adding value. That's Nick's strapline. He doesn't know it. That's what we say about him. But yeah, getting involved in the conversation, like Nick says, I think is really important. Joining the GitHub organization, and there we have a community public speaking call every Saturday, which is organized by the community. So there's one tomorrow. I think it's 5 p.m. IST, which is 1:30 p.m. BST. And I think that's like 9. I don't know what time that is. Actually, I can't calculate that in PST, but it's going to be very early in the morning. And you can see the community get together and they just practice the public speaking. I think like last week, for example, when they got together, it's just audio only on Discord, so it's really really straightforward. They were sharing their journeys, their stories in tech, and I think it's just a great way for people to understand more about you, what projects you're working on, and all the rest. I heard a thing. We have Cedric has just joined Radio Eddie. Cedric, how are you doing? You're muted, by the way.
Hey there. Hey. A techie still having problems with tech.
It wouldn't be we wouldn't be techies if we didn't have problems with tech. So how are you doing, Cedric?
I'm doing well. How are you, Eddie?
I'm good. Long time. So Cedric and me used to geek out in London a lot at events, hackathons. Wow, we did so many hackathons together and events. The last hackathon we did together was a VR hackathon, and we won. And we all won VR kits, which we were really surprised about. We weren't sure that we were going to get it. So yes.
I think, Eddie, you won. I didn't know what I was doing.
I didn't know what I was doing either. I had no idea. But it was all good fun. But Cedric is massively into React. I think, are you still into React, Cedric?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I'm still doing React nowadays, but mainly React Native as well as a bit of a Node. So, yeah. Okay,
well, we could do, maybe in the next few weeks, we'll do a React live stream, and then maybe like a month later, we could do one maybe with React Native or something, just as a comparison, maybe build the same thing and see a kind of a comparison.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually, because then, in fact, at work, I did a really, really simple FizzBuzz type app.
Okay.
Just showing like the structure, yeah. And then we had a lot of, how can I say, native fans in our company, people who preferred Swift. So I was trying to show the benefits of React Native getting where you can deploy in Android as well as iOS.
Okay.
But yeah, that'll be really fun.
That'll be awesome. Okay, cool. We've got lots of things planned.
Sorry, I haven't met. Sorry, is that Carl? Sorry, I see here.
Where are we looking? Sorry.
NH Carragher.
Oh, Nick. It's Hello. Nick. Nick's one of our awesome moderators.
Nice to meet you, Nick.
Nice to meet you too. Glad to have you on Radio Eddie with us.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's so good to geek out with you all. Just not also just with the chat. I love looking at the chat and so forth. I've got some questions that I will come to shortly, but it's really, really good. So while I'm going to read the chat, maybe Cedric, let's put Cedric on the spot. Let's ask Cedric a question. So Cedric is a full stack developer. So what questions do you have for Cedric? And Cedric, you do freelance as well as a permanent job as well, if I remember correctly. So you are busy, really, really busy. So you have experience in both worlds.
Yeah, sorry, there was a slight delay here. No, yeah. So I can give a quick background on what I've done in the past. So I started off as like a very much passionate Java backend dev, and then moved over to the web and was really enjoying a lot of front end. And then Eddie convinced me to go freelancing, which was a lot of fun. I did that for a while where I was doing a bit of Ruby, and then switched to a bit of Node and a bit of a Java mixture. And so nowadays, really, I'm doing a lot of React, Node, and yeah, it's just all over the place. But I do still advise startups who are at early stage. So just doing some architectural work for them, and also trying to give technical solutions for them. So I'm really passionate about that, and of course I'm still really passionate about diversity and inclusion. So I'm into that space as well.
Awesome. Well, at EddieHub, we believe it's collaboration first, code second, and we are a super inclusive community. You will see EddieBot tell people off. That's really harsh. Give people a bit of feedback if their language is not very inclusive. For example, hey guys, it will say, why don't you try and use folks and so forth. So you will see that. You will love that, hopefully. And we actually have a question.
Really cool. I didn't know that.
Oh, you'll see it. It will. What's the word? Don't tease the bot, but someone will join and by mistake, write something like that, because it's habit. It's what everyone uses in the world. But we're slowly, I think, getting better at it. It doesn't take any action or anything like that. It just gives them a little bit of a warning. So we have a question.
I'll check the repo.
Yes, you can check the repo, and you will see it. It will pop up because it is quite hard, for people to get used to it. It takes us all a bit of time. So you'll see other people joining and just making that mistake. We have a question which maybe the three of us could answer, and other people in the chat can hopefully answer as well. From Som Shubra. What's your opinion on the Dino framework? Is it worth using over Express? What do you both think? I got some thoughts on this as well.
I thought Dino was a JavaScript runtime environment to replace Node, not Express.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, it's not to replace Express. I think a lot of the examples are kind of Express. It's a TypeScript environment it's like, so how we transpile from TypeScript to JavaScript for Node. Well, Dino, I think, runs TypeScript natively. It must obviously behind the scenes do its own transpiling, but from the developer's point of view, everything's kind of in TypeScript, my understanding. So it would replace kind of everything in TypeScript. I think it's still in beta. I think there's a lot of buzz around it and hype, and I think it's kind of gone very quiet. From my understanding, last time I checked, which was a few months ago, they say don't use it in production, so it is still like prototypey.
Dino was something I saw come out of nowhere, get an incredible level of hype, and then completely disappear. It's the shining example of shiny object syndrome. This new, fun-looking tech that everybody rushes to adopt, only to realize that nothing supports it yet. And that's the biggest fallback for me. I love playing with new tech just to learn, but new tech is not something I usually use in a production environment. Let me stick with Node that, I can go to any hosting service ever and get support for Node. And, I know it works, and I know there are a plethora of resources out there to help me debug something when it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's still so new. I think Nick hit the nail on the head. If you want to have a play with it on side projects, do it. But for client projects and work projects, I wouldn't recommend using it. Well, not yet anyway.
Yeah, I find this it's a really good question, because we have this kind of thinking a lot at work, where some of the developers want to play with the new and fancy thing, but we have to look at our technology radar and like how easy is it for us to deploy in AWS, how easy these very much practical problems that we have, like how easy can we scale it up? Because our clients, they're not interested in which technology we're using, they're interested in results.
When you ask the people who hold the purse strings, do you want Node? Do you want TypeScript? Do you want JavaScript? I want it to work. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. It's actually, just to relate this slightly to Kotlin. We had this discussion around using Kotlin at work, and it was like the devs really wanted it, but then we couldn't find any Kotlin developers out in the market, so we just resulted.
Oh, we see. Okay, got you.
But this was a while ago. This is like 2 or 3 years ago.
Got you. That makes sense. I'm just going to try and whiz through some of the other questions in the chat. Marcos says they're new to these technologies. My last programming language was Clipper, so it's kind of overwhelming. There are so many out there, and so many are similar. They all have their pros and cons. Python, Ruby, Node, they all have their pros and cons. But I would just pick one. And that kind of, if you want to go into data science, then you probably want to go more Python. If you're just going to do like full stack web, then I think JavaScript's quite good, or TypeScript I prefer, but it ends up being a JavaScript because you can do the front end and back end with it. But if you want to do something else, then you can use something else. I don't think there is a right or wrong answer, unless you're doing something like really niche and specific, like I said, data science or something like that. Karuna suggests Eddie's talks to list your up and coming event. Yeah, I should do like the event. I got something every week. I've got something, and I think people always say, "Oh, I missed that event." So I do share it on Twitter, but I appreciate it's very noisy. So yes, I need to make a note. I'll let Cedric and Nick talk for a moment while I make a note on that. Let's pick another question up. Also a discussion on.
Sorry, Eddie.
Yes.
Sorry, Eddie. Just to go on I really like that question about feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, you carry on.
Because when I've mentored other developers in the past, like they do tend to have that feeling, right? Because you're like, okay, there's Python, there's Ruby, there's Java, and it could slightly feel overwhelming. And what I tend to advise is, if you are doing self-learning, is to find a resource of someone that you really trust and follow that. So, for example, Free Code Camp is like a really amazing resource. There's a Code Academy.
Nick works at Free Code Camp. Yes.
Sorry, you're a fan of Free Code Camp?
Nick works at Free Code Camp.
I work there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how cool is that, right?
Well, amazing product, Nick. I love the product.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why I learned.
Well, coincidence. Like Free Code Camp is, when you start it, I think just starting is one of the hardest parts.
Yeah.
And so what I advise is once you get starting, you can start getting a sense of where you are and where you want to move to. So for me personally, like I said, I started off with Java, but it took me a very long time deciding that actually, whilst I enjoy Java, I enjoyed JavaScript more. So it is a journey, but the key thing is to start.
Yeah, and if you make mistakes, you will make mistakes. And if you choose a language that doesn't work out for you, that's fine. Because as Cedric said, he started off with Java. I started off with PHP, and I moved to Java and ended up in JavaScript and TypeScript. So, just the most important thing is to pick something. And I think it's like, getting your first car. Your first car is not going to be your last car, but it's going to be the car where you probably learn the most on. And then you'll learn more about your faster, your bigger, whatever the car is later on, but you'll learn most of it. So just get started in whatever you can is definitely a good advice to take. And as Cedric said, there are so many good resources out there that can really, really help. I think it's really good. And these resources are improving all the time. I see Free Code Camp having more courses, more content, more people joining the team all the time. So they're just doing more and more. So it's awesome. So great. Okay, cool. Prathamesh, a GitHub discussion as well. I'm going to try and keep it to a web page if I can, because I think a GitHub discussion will eventually get quite lost. So let me see. I think it's a good idea, but I'm going to try with the web page first. Something I can give to Sarah to do and build as well. So yes, but thank you for that feedback. That's awesome. You might have to remind me again. Cedric has a question. How can I join the Discord community? You have joined already, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Cedric. I don't know how to join the Discord community either.
Karuna was nice enough to help me.
Yes.
Which actually, you have a question there about the VR project.
Are you jumping ahead? I'm working my way through the chat.
Oh, sorry, Eddie. Sorry, Eddie, to take over. Carry on. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. I do it to Eddie all the time.
It's true. No, it does help. It does help. It does. I'm just trying to do it in order so I don't miss too many people out. I'm sure I've missed some, and if I do, I apologize. Just copy and paste your message back in. But I'm trying to do it. So we have Carl here. Carl, hi. How you doing? Shout out to Carl, who is doing some amazing work on our API project. Really, really amazing. This is going to underpin all our community projects. So yes, do check this out and have a look. And let's. I'm going to share Carl's GitHub as well. So you can go follow Carl on GitHub and see what awesome work he's doing for his projects and also for the community as well. So we've got 34 followers. Let's see if we can get that to 50. Cedric, should we check out Cedric's GitHub and see how that's looking? I think that could be quite interesting. How's your green square, Cedric?
Interesting and painful are very similar.
What's your username? I can't even remember now. It's CNAC, right? Yes.
I have not been doing.
Oh my god, there might be a fail sound effect coming up. Cedric! Where's the fail sound effect? I just have to play that. You won't hear it on Discord audio, but on the live stream they heard it. Okay, everyone, we need to encourage Cedric, and now Cedric's in Discord, to do more green squares. Not even today. We'll get you a green square for today, Cedric. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You've got this project. Check out what is slowing Vim down. I actually just recorded a couple of days ago a video on like how to use Vim, how to escape Vim, not to leave it, but how to get out of it, and some tips and stuff. So, that's quite interesting. I'll have to have a look. Okay.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time just profiling my Vim environment, and oh my goodness, when you have so many plugins, it's hard to find out which plugin is causing the slowdown. So that little gist is really helpful.
Okay, so we've got next question is from Neon. Hey folks, love that. You can tell when someone's from the EddieHub community. Hey folks, yes. Victory sound effect for you. I've forgotten the question. Did you know Notion now have an API for developers? Yeah, I heard lots of people are going crazy over their API. I haven't had a play with it. I have seen lots of YouTube videos coming out on it. I haven't watched the videos, but I've seen like the notification. Have either of you looked at it? Is it something you'll look at?
What was that?
The Notion API. Have either of you looked at it or had a play?
One of my coworkers uses Notion, and I haven't even used the Notion website yet. It's on my list of things to look at, but that list is growing longer than I can keep up with.
So true. So true. Yeah, my list is crazy. Okay, so now I think we're on to Karuna's question, which Cedric wants to answer. So Cedric, about the VR project.
Yeah, so Eddie, I think you were the one who told me first about this VR competition.
Should I bring up some photos? I'm sure I have some photos from it. One sec.
Oh, yes, please.
Carry on talking, sorry.
And basically, I actually forgot which company was running it, but they essentially had VR stations set up. And the task was basically to build a VR game. And the winner would win a set of open source VR headsets, which was really, really enticing. And so we came up with the most basic game that we could build because we had to use Unity, and we hadn't really used Unity before, I believe, Eddie, right?
No, literally, that was the weekend first used it.
Yeah. And so it was like, frantically looking over documentation and just trying to like understand as much as possible so we can build. And we had no designers and no graphic artists. And so in the end, we decided the simplest thing to do is to build I believe, Space Invaders clone, but in a 3D VR environment. And then I remember another team had built incredibly like this first-person zombie shooter.
So good.
On the back of a pickup truck, yeah, and you shoot zombies.
But they were, in our defense, amazing. They were VR developers. Like that's what they did as a day job.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, yeah. And then I can't remember what the other team did, but so our Space Invaders game was basically you ended up headbutting these dragons, and so we called our game Headbutt Dragon. And it was very simplistic, but it was incredibly fun running through this space and just headbutting these dragons coming at you. So imagine a Space Invaders, but instead it's dragons. And it was so much fun, and the judges absolutely loved it.
We won! I can't believe it.
And then so we won. But I do not remember writing any proper code, and so I think a lot of
it was just drag and drop.
Eddie and the rest of the team. Yeah.
I'm trying to find pictures. Does anyone want to see pictures? I'm trying to find pictures from the event. I've got pictures from my birthday hackathon
really
with Cedric. If people want to see that, we used these beacons.
That was beacons.
We used beacons, and Sarah made a cake with like beacons on it, and so that's what we did. These were the beacons with like they have like positions in the room and so forth, and you connect it with your mobile device. So there was that, but I can't find the other one, so I have to dig them out. I can't find them very easily from that virtual VR hackathon. So sorry, but it is really weird how we made the stupidest game. All our plans fell apart. Like we wanted because you had like the controllers. We wanted to be able to shoot stuff and we couldn't. So we couldn't get them to work. So right, we can only get the headset to work. Maybe you can catch the dragons. So it was literally headbutt the dragons as they came out of the wall. It was a terrible game. And no idea how we won. But it was really engaging. No one would put the game down as the judges played it. They actually put the game on and they were all running around the room because it knew where you were in your space. It was one of the ones that, I don't know what it's called. I'm not massively into VR, but it knew where you were in your like square. So as you walked around and they just loved the game. So yeah.
Yeah, it was the HTC Vive, I believe.
Okay.
And they're like really, really good. But I remember at the time, the open source VR OS VR didn't work on the Mac.
Oh yes, we had to do all these VMs and stuff. Yes.
Yeah. So I've never actually used the OS VR on my own Mac. Sadly.
Oh yes.
So I still have it somewhere. I don't know.
I gave mine away. I didn't really use it, so I gave it away. Marcos says they must go. No problem, Marcos. Thank you so much for joining for the questions. We will geek out with you again soon. Let's have a look. Carl, I didn't hear anything from it or how it developed for quite a while now. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I must have missed something in the chat. Sean says they're doing free code camp. Yes, you get a level up sound effect for doing free code camp. Awesome.
Hey, Eddie, I got to step away for just a couple minutes here.
No worries. Thanks, Nick. We'll see you in a few minutes. Nick says, no, you should give me reviews on LinkedIn. I want to do reviews for our community on LinkedIn, but there's a problem. So this is a problem I'm going to throw out to all of you watching. Cedric, by the way, our Radio Eddie is chilled. So if you need to leave, you can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. Like it's chilled. So if you need to go or we need to go, just say. No pressure. But awesome to have you here and geek out with us. So my question to everyone, you all love LinkedIn. I know it helps your careers and so forth and people discover you. So that's really good that you're using LinkedIn. I think I'm connected with most of you. My question to all of you is there are so many awesome people in our community who I want to give LinkedIn reviews to. That's something I really want to tackle this month. But I have a problem and I'm hoping someone has an answer. I actually went to give someone a LinkedIn. Actually, I think it was Vive IV who's just joined. I went to give them a LinkedIn review. And I think I wrote it and everything else. I was really happy with what I wrote, just like one paragraph. But it said, do you work for the person? Do they work for you? Do you collaborate with them or something? I said, I chose that, we collaborate together or something to that effect. But then it said you had to pick a position that you collaborated with them on. And it was, I think for VIV, I think it was your university degrees or your school education or something. And I was thinking, but I didn't collaborate with you on those. So I'm not sure how we can get around that because I really want to give our community members reviews. I think it could help. So just if anyone's got any ideas on that, let me know. And therefore I can kind of roll out some of these recommendations on LinkedIn. We do have EddieHub as an organization on GitHub, but people are only putting it as volunteer work, not as an employee. So that didn't seem to appear on the list as an option. So bit of a challenge around there. So if anyone's got any ideas, please do let me know. Vincent saying the green square. Yes. Cedric, let's get you a green square.
Yeah, I do need some green square.
Has anyone got any projects
I'm trying to think of
we can contribute
really
to?
Side projects. Yeah.
Sorry, go on. You were saying.
No, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Guess I could.
has anyone got a
Introduce
GitHub profile that we can maybe make a suggestion to, and Cedric can raise an issue and maybe raise a pull request for you, and get Nick, I keep saying Nick, and Cedric can get the green square, and you can get the contribution. So maybe share your project, your GitHub username in the chat, or your username / your project, and let's see if we can get Cedric to raise you an issue, because that will still get a green square, so that will be useful to all of you as well. So we'll pick one at random. Viv says, I've used Notion a bit and it's neat. Okay, cool. Saeed says, Notion, someone's already replied. Taking application of lots of high-end tools, integrations. It's for notes, I think. But I think people are starting to use it for more than that, because it's like super, super flexible. Vincent says, 5 minutes left. I need to rest. Vincent, go rest. We'll geek out over the weekend. Thank you so much for joining. Do get some rest. I know it's really late in the Philippines at the moment. Cedric, where are you? You in London or in Australia?
I'm in London for the next 8 weeks or so.
And then where are you going?
And then possibly Prague.
Nice. Okay, cool. Enjoy. Time zone's not going to be
Always
too
travel.
different. Yeah. Same with us. I need to catch up with you properly. We're in Portugal next weekend for the summer.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Let me catch up with this chat. Ankilesh says, bye folks. 20k soon. Yes, 20k. Cedric and all of you are going to help us get to 20k. 20k and 50. Because then, just in case any drop, I don't drop below the 50. Don't like celebrate too soon. So let's have a look. Oh, Alex has a question. Who had the audacity to dislike the video? That's fine. There's still engagement, and it's good to get constructive feedback. So hopefully they'll leave a comment why they disliked it. Maybe it's just Eddie's talking too much, and that's fine. That's good feedback. Karuna says, I want to try VR now. I failed to implement an AR in a hackathon. Isn't there web VR or something, Cedric? Was it you telling me about that?
Yeah, I haven't really played around much with that. I've been more getting into the space of, I built a AR within Swift.
Okay.
Which was really, really good as well. I was curious what Karuna used, because I could see that it was C# and Unity. I ended up using Swift, which has got really good library when it comes to AR.
Got you. I think the web kits for this, you can do AR with it as well, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, we had at work, we had a company that specializes in web AR come in to give us a talk around it.
Okay.
And yeah, it was really interesting. But I think the APIs are developing so rapidly, right? So nowadays you can get quite far with just the APIs that are available.
Okay.
Great to get into it.
Okay, so we have VivIVs, another one of our moderators. This looks good. We want a bad profile of VivIV for a green square, not a good one. This looks really good. I love this collapse. I think it's quite good. So if people want to see more, they can, but it doesn't take up the whole page. I'm working on teardrops, Discord bot. Okay. What can we rate? What are your thoughts on this? I don't know if you can see this, Cedric, because the live stream for you will be a little bit behind. I can always share my screen in Discord so you could see it too. One sec. Let me just share it.
I'm just going through it. I really like the README.
Any issues you could raise? We're trying to get you a green square here, so let's have a look. What green squares could we get? I think maybe, I don't know. That one's missing a full stop. It sounds like a silly contribution, but I love consistency, right? That's got full stop. That has, and that hasn't. Capital A, could put about me. What else? What else could we? VivIV does so much stuff. We should put maybe part of EddieHub, and that they're a moderator on EddieHub or something like that. Maybe just raise an issue, because you will get a green square for raising an issue. There is an issue already as well. Help wanted. Is it good first issue? No, it's not a good first issue. It's a lot of work. But why is there not a link to the web? There's a website. VivIV, you have a website, and there's no link to the website in the README. So if you're on your profile page, is your website here? Your website is not even there. So definitely, I think putting website link in the README would be really useful. Cedric, what do you think?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I guess the only thing I would say as just being new is this the personal website? Because it's got the same name as the username. So I'm just curious.
This is like a personal website.
Personal website, okay.
Yeah. So and it's here in the link in the repo, which is great. But when you're on the GitHub account page, the README gets brought in, which is great as well. But then there's no link to the website. I think this link here, I think, is actually wasted. Because this link effectively goes to the page that we're on. So I would change that link for the website. So maybe you could raise an issue, Cedric, for that, saying change the link in the profile to be the website link, because this link just goes to the page that we're on, which is kind of, I think, a wasted link.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
While Cedric is raising that and getting his screen square, I will look at the chat. What have I missed in the chat? Eddie, I don't know much about VR. Proceeds to win VR hackathon. Prathamesh, thank you so much for the support. I wasn't expecting to win. I was just hoping to participate, and no idea how he won. But I think it's because we had a really mixed team of people. We had engineers, we had non-techies, and it really allowed us to cater for the user experience, which was super, super important. 50V. Oh, Eddie, I don't love LinkedIn. And no, I don't. I use it as little as possible. Thanks for giving good recommendation. Any Vincent, anytime. Anything I can do to help, let me know. Oh really? Oh my God! What? Yeah, Vivi, I couldn't hit the submit button. I'm gonna work on it. We're gonna get it working. Hiya everyone. Let's have a look. I haven't missed too much in the chat. Yeah. So if I show, like, if I go to LinkedIn while Cedric's raising that issue, if I go to, I don't know if Nick's back or not. Nick, I'm not ignoring you. If you are back, do say hi. If I go to Vivi. And then I think you go more. Oh, did not mean to click on that. More, and then you can say, almost clicked on remove connection. That's not what I want to do. Let me make this a bit bigger. So on more, I'm pretty sure I can go, not request, where is it? Give kudos, recommend, there you go, recommend. And it says, so I've already written it out. So the text that I wrote hasn't been lost. So I've got that. I can always copy and paste it in. But relationship, I don't manage you, I don't report to you, and all this sort. I could put, one of these, but I think study together. I'm always studying. Work together, but in the same group. Could put something like that. That doesn't matter too much. That's not the important part. The important part is the position that you were at that time, and I think that's the difficulty, because it wasn't at any of these positions, I suppose. So that's just a challenge that we have. I think we're going to have this challenge with everybody that we want to recommend. So I think I've got like 8 recommendations that I've written now for people, and I want to really submit them to help people, but I can't. So yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions or solutions to that would be great. Right, I'm here to help all of you, so anything I can do to help, do let me know. We do have exciting things coming up this year as well. I need to mention EddieHub. Where is it? I think you have it as a volunteer position. I don't know well, maybe you don't. Maybe that's why. Let me see. You've got the 2 education. You do have a volunteer experience, but that doesn't come up, which is really annoying. So I'm not sure on that. Maybe if we kind of piggyback off the ambassador idea that we've got over here, maybe when people become ambassadors, they could put it as experience, but with the title ambassador or something like that, and then I can tag that.
Would be careful about doing that, because most employers, when they look at experience versus volunteer work, needs to, they expect it to be a paid position.
That's what I thought. That's why when we had on EddieHub, I messaged everyone who put it down as a position rather than so one employee issued down to me now. There was like 15 at one point, but I messaged them, asked them to move it to volunteer to solve that issue. But so you're absolutely right. I do agree with it. It's just a shame that if I can't give a recommendation to people.
I think you can. Let me
without
one
the position. That's the only thing. So
like if they have no work experience, you just can't. They can.
It comes up with the educational. I mean, I could select one. It doesn't really matter, but then it wouldn't be. I don't know if it would be thinking it would be relevant to that position. Maybe something we take offline and see, but it's not as straightforward as I thought it would be, unfortunately.
Yeah, because if I request one from you, and I was working at Free Code Camp at the time, because I was, then it should just let you write one.
Do I click it? Let me click it. I don't use LinkedIn very much. Recommendation requests. Write a recommendation. Oh, and it just comes up and you filled it in. So right, okay, so I can message people and say, could you request a recommendation from me? And they can fill in what they want, and then I can then just write the recommendation. And Nick, one of the recommendations that I've written is for you, so this is perfect. I'm actually going to use this. So brilliant. Okay, I'll get that sorted this weekend. Cool. Thank you. That's great. Okay, we've solved something. That's epic. I think Cedric has dropped off and says, thanks for having me. I'll definitely be coming back for another session. Have a fantastic weekend all. Cedric, thanks for joining. And I'll organize a live stream with you in 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, and we'll get that sorted. That would be awesome. Cool. What have I missed in the chat? Anything? I started making blogs recently. I don't know if that question is for me or not. Yeah, ambassadors, volunteer experience. Valerie, you're right. You're definitely correct. Okay, we will get something. We'll get something to work. I think Nick has solved this, so thank you very much. Awesome. Cool. Well, if there are no more questions in the chat, then I think I might get some dinner. What do you think, Nick?
Is your dinner cold? You should probably go before your dinner gets cold.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's probably still in the oven. Sarah's keeping it warm in the oven.
It's on the table.
Yeah, it's true. No, I'm not late for dinner for once, but I could be early for dinner for once, which would be, quite impressive. So yeah, I think it's probably a good place to end. Everyone, don't forget, give the video a thumbs up and give a big shout out to everyone who participated in the chat on the live stream as well. Thank you all so much. And also to Nick for doing Radio Eddie. And I want to share Nick's GitHub again, so you can go give Nick a follow and see 232. I want to see that at 250. So we need go follow Nick, and let's get Nick to 250 followers. Yes. Everyone, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for geeking out with us on this chilled stream suggested by Karuna. So if you liked it, thank Karuna. If you didn't like it, don't thank Karuna. Now, I really enjoyed it, and it was great to just chill and geek out with you all rather than trying to be against the clock and review people's profile. Although we do have a long list of profiles to review. Last time I checked, which I'm a little bit nervous about checking, I think it was like 4 pages. And we're still at 4 pages. Every time I kind of knock off half a page or a page, it comes back, which is good. So I probably need to do a live stream just focusing on this. I'll see if we can get one of these done soon. So I love the support from all of you. Prathamesh, thank you so much for saying you love these live streams. It's just good just to chill with you all and to chat. Thank you, Karuna, saying it was a great stream. You might be a bit biased because you suggested it as well, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to do open source code. Don't forget to follow Nick on GitHub. And don't forget to get some rest. It's really, really important. But I love what you're all doing. I just want to say you're all amazing. And I'll see you very, very soon. I'll chat to you in Discord that way. Any last word? Any last words, Nick? Did Nick leave? I think Nick left.
No, I misclicked. I was turning off the waiting channel.
Okay, no worries. Sorry, any last words? I think I interrupted you, Nick. Sorry.
I was just saying, cheers, everyone. Thank you for all you do for our community.
I'll just wave goodbye then. Thanks all. Have a great weekend.